The last two videos were hard, and they were supposed to be, because you cannot build something new, something real, on a foundation you have never honestly examined. You looked at yourself, you sat with some uncomfortable truths, and you stayed. Today is different. Today, I am going to show you exactly who you are becoming, not who you should be, not some impossible fantasy built for someone else's life. The specific, real, fully attainable man that exists on the other side of the work you are already doing. That guy, fully broken down. Who is that guy? Before I tell you who he is, I need to tell you who he is not. That guy is not a fantasy. He is not a movie character. He is not the man with the perfect jawline, the penthouse, the life that only exists in highlight reels. He has problems, real ones, pressure, difficult days, moments where he does not feel like showing up, weeks where nothing seems to be working. What separates him is not what he has, it is how he operates. It is the standards he holds himself to when no one is watching. It is the identity he has built, not overnight, not from a single decision, but brick by brick, through thousands of small intentional choices that compounded into the man you see. So let me give you the one sentence that defines him. The one sentence I want living in your head from this moment forward. That guy is the man in any room who makes everyone around him quietly raise their standard just by being there. You already know this guy. You have met him or seen him at least once in your life. The man who walks in and something in the room shifts. Nobody announces it. Nobody points it out. It just happens. That is not magic. That is not luck. That is the result of a man who has built himself into something the world cannot ignore. And today, I am breaking that man down completely, so that by the time this video ends, you know exactly what you are building. His body is a statement. That guy trains, not because he is obsessed with how he looks, not to impress anyone in the gym, not for the before and after photo. He trains because he understands something that most men never figure out. The body is the most visible expression of discipline. It is the one thing in your life that you cannot fake. You cannot talk your way into a strong body. You cannot buy one. You cannot shortcut one. You have to show up day after day and build it. And when people look at that guy, even before he says a word, his body tells them something. It tells them, this man invests in himself. This man does hard things. This man shows up. It is not about being the biggest man in the room. It's about being a man whose physical presence says, I take myself seriously. And the deepest truth about training, every session is a conversation with yourself. And that guy always shows up to that conversation. His mind is a weapon. That guy reads, thinks, reflects. He is not the loudest voice in the room. He does not need to be. Because when he speaks, people listen. Not because of his volume, because of the weight behind his words. Because you can feel that what he is saying has been thought about, considered, and he invests in his mind the same way he invests in his body. Every book he reads, every documentary he watches with intention, every time he sits with a difficult idea instead of reaching for his phone, he is sharpening the weapon. His opinions are his own, formed from real thoughts, not borrowed from whoever he watched last. He can disagree with confidence. He can change his mind with grace. He can sit in a conversation about anything and hold his own because he has done the work. And emotionally, that guy is regulated. He does not react. He responds. He does not explode under pressure. He expands. That emotional control is not coldness. It is maturity, and it is magnetic. He is building something. This is one of the things you feel most strongly when you are around that guy. He is going somewhere. He has a purpose, a direction, something he is actively constructing with his time, his energy, his money, and his attention. He is not just living, he is building. It does not matter what it is, a business, a craft, a financial foundation, a body of work, a family he is intentionally raising. What matters is that he knows what he is building and he moves towards it every single day, even on the days when the movement is small, even on the days when no one can see it yet. There is a man in your life right now who seems to have everything together, and you have probably wondered what his secret is. His secret is not intelligence, it is not luck, it is not connections, it is direction. A man who knows where he is going carries himself differently, speaks differently, makes decisions differently, because every choice he makes is filtered through one question. Does this get me closer to what I am building, or does it take me further away? That question, when you start living by it, changes everything. He commands without demanding. That guy does not need to raise his voice to be heard. He does not need to dominate a room to be felt in. He does not need to announce himself. He does not need your attention, but he has it. Because there is something about the way he carries himself that makes a room reorganize around him without him asking it to. That is presence. And presence is not something you are born with. It is something you build through doing the work, through knowing who you are, through caring less about what the room thinks of you. Not because you are arrogant, but because you have enough going on inside that you do not need the room to confirm it. The man who is desperate for attention and the man who does not need it, they walk into the same room, but you feel them completely differently. One is performing, the other simply is. That guy simply is. And that quiet certainty, that stillness, is one of the most powerful things a man can develop. It cannot be faked, it can only be built. His word is law. This one is simple, and it is everything. That guy says what he means, and he does what he says every single time. Not most of the time, not when it is convenient, every time. His reliability is not a personality trait, it is a reputation, built over years of small moments nobody was watching, where he chose to follow through when it would have been easier not to, when he was tired, when no one would have known, when there was a perfectly reasonable excuse sitting right there. He did it anyway. And that, repeated over months, over years, becomes a reputation that precedes him into every room, that opens doors before he even knocks, that makes people trust him with things they would not trust to anyone else. Your word is either your greatest asset or your greatest liability. That guy decided a long time ago which one it would be. He is always becoming. This is the one that ties everything together, and it is the one most people misunderstand about that guy. They think he has arrived. They think he woke up one day fully formed, body built, mind sharp, purpose clear, presence established, word unbreakable. He did not. That guy is not a destination. He is a direction. He wakes up every single morning with the same quiet understanding. There is more to learn, more to build, more discipline to develop, more of himself to uncover. And that understanding, that permanent orientation towards growth, is not a burden he carries, it is a fuel he runs on. He does not measure himself against other men. He does not look at what someone else has built and feel diminished. He measures himself against one man only, the man he was yesterday. And by that measure, he is always winning, because he is always moving, always building, always becoming. That is the standard, and it is the most liberating standard a man can live by, because it is entirely in your hands. And here is the most important thing I want you to carry out of this section. You do not become that guy all at once. You become him one dimension, one decision, one day at a time. The mirror moment. I want you to do something for me right now. I want you to think about a moment, any moment in your life, where you showed up as this man. Maybe it was the morning you trained when everything in you said stay in bed. Maybe it was the day you kept your word when breaking it would have been so much easier. Maybe it was the moment you held your standard quietly, said nothing, did not lower yourself when everyone around you was doing exactly that. That moment exists. I know it does, because you would not be here if it did not. That man, that version of you, is not a stranger. He is not someone else. He is not a future self that you are hoping to become one day if everything goes right. He already lives inside you. That guy is not someone you are building from scratch. He is someone you are uncovering. Everything we do in this playlist, every video, every standard, every hard truth, and every dimension is not adding something foreign to you. It is stripping away everything that has been covering him up. The comforts, the excuses, the drifts, the noise. Strip all of that away and there he is. Close and bridge. Remember what I said at the beginning of this video. That guy is the man in any room who makes everyone around him quietly raise their standard just by being there. That is who you are building. That is who you are becoming. And starting from the next video, we build him one piece at a time, one standard at a time, one day at a time. You now have the picture. You know who he is. You know what he is made of. You know because I just showed you that he is already inside you. The next video goes deeper into something most men who want success never figure out. Something that nobody talks about. Something that changes the way you see everything. Watch it now. The work continues. We are not done. Keep elevating. Remember the goal. Highest elevation of the self. If this gives you a picture of who you are becoming, send it to a man who needs to see himself clearly.